Well, hey, welcome back.
We are back. We didn't do
We
a
are
week last week.
back. I know we didn't
So
have one last week, so I know everybody missed us. I know
yeah,
it's been it's been busy weeks around. I feel like January it took wrath on having a full 31 days after our new year. We're finally getting over it. It's the last day
right.
of the month. We're heading into February next tomorrow. I was
Tomorrow.
gonna say next week. I felt like it
Tomorrow.
was gonna go on forever.
Like literally
Um,
tomorrow.
we've got a great show lined up. We have a couple of great women guests, so we definitely want to get them on. We will talk about upcoming Super Bowl, of course, later on, as well as some more sports news. We got some hot topics. There are a couple Hugadors out there messing things up. And we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. And I know that the Rebel ladies are on, right? The Lady Rebels are on. So if anyone who
Yes.
wants to post updates for us, because this is their game to be number one in the Mountain West, please keep us
Yes.
posted. Yes. But without further ado, let's get our first guest on, okay?
I'm
So
so
please,
excited.
I know, please welcome with me and Mo, please welcome Lisa Levine. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, women of empowerment. How are you guys doing?
Yes.
Hi, Lisa. I
It
love
reminds
that.
me of my shirt. Never underestimate the power of a woman.
That is
Can't
true.
do that.
That is true.
That's it. That's it
That's
right
how we
there.
live. People, you might be under 5 feet tall or 5'1", 5'2", but we gain a lot of power in that little body, right?
Hmm.
Well, I'm like 5'10", so I haven't
Ah,
had that. I haven't had that predicament, but just being a female in itself can have its own strategies you got to work with. So, anyways, Lisa, we're having you on today because it's a big weekend, a big
it is.
week, a big weekend coming up in Las Vegas. We've got Super Bowl happening out here, and everybody and their mother and all the Swifties and anyone else will be coming into Las Vegas to join in all the festivities. One of those festivities is something that someone is out of a program that you've developed. You're the CEO and founder of Celebrity Sweat, which is a lifestyle and fitness media. And you guys have your 24th annual Celebrity Flag Football Challenge. So please kind of give us a backstory on this. 24th annual is insane. So give us some story about how you started Celebrity Sweat, and also tell us about the challenge that's coming up next Thursday.
Well, every day is a challenge. I'll tell you that. Right, right. Not just this one. Um, so thank you for having me on. I appreciate it, you guys. And yeah, this is going to be our 24th year running this official celebrity game, which we started back in San Diego 23 years ago on a high school field as part of a retail promotion with Albertsons. So it's come a long way. And this is our biggest event, just so you guys know, that we run not only to bring some great talent together, but we're the old school team, right? We like to understand families, affordability. Nobody's really always out there looking to spend $900, $1,000 on Super Bowl parties and game ticket. That's just not real anymore, and not as far as we view it, right? And so we are always, I always call us the Peter Pan of sports and entertainment. We're the ones that are the good guys. We get it, and everything we do is for military and first responders. And so we
I
like
love
to
that.
pride ourselves on what could be the coolest event, Super Bowl weekend, that brings the best of athletes and celebrities together, that ultimately know that they take the backstage to our real heroes, which are our frontline workers. And during the pandemic, we were really, really working with a lot of these military bases on a lot of depression issues and just morale building. That's really what they needed. I mean, certainly they want the big checks and the help with all the funding, which we help them with, but the real things that they need is just for people to recognize them and what they go through every day. And so this event
Absolutely.
for fans, $25. Where else you can get
Wow.
a Super Bowl event that you can get in for $25 with this kind of star power? You can't. I mean, it used to be that NFL Experience was the one that was closest to us as far as affordability for fans, but even
Yeah.
that now has bumped up to $50, $60 and up.
Yes.
Wow.
We just can't do that. Certainly the business of sports and entertainment is about making money, but that's not our biggest priority. Our priority is leaving a mark. And when I started this in college, it was basically as part of a journalistic curriculum that my school had with Loyola University, that go and do a project. And I'm a big hockey fan. My passion is hockey, so I started working on some freelance opportunities with the Blackhawks in Chicago. But that,
Okay.
again, it was a women's view of sports, and I know you guys can appreciate that. It's just a different look on. It's not
Yeah.
all the statistics. It's not all about
Absolutely.
who won the game. It's what happened. Why did this guy not play well? Did he maybe have a fight with his wife? Was his kid sick? What is the real story going on there? And
Yeah.
we just take a different approach, and we always have. And I think all the talent that works with us knows that they're part of our family. And it's nothing that we're ever in awe of these guys. These are great personalities, but they mean a lot to people. And that's what we try to bring out. And so this game is really all about letting them shine, but most importantly, recognizing these groups that we hope that we support every year. Tunnel to Towers is our biggest group out of New York. That's a big national one that helps, Gold Star families and those that have been injured and left with spouses that have to take care of everything. But there's so many great veterans groups here in Vegas that don't have the support of those big checks, and they're so excited just to be part of something like this. So we usually buy about 1,000 tickets to this event and donate back to all these different groups. But this year we're up to about 1,600 tickets that we bought for all these different military groups. And the game will be in Henderson at Dollar Loan Center. And we are working with the city of Henderson, and we've offered tickets free to all police and fire in Henderson. And it just has to have that kind of vibe. That's just where we come from.
That's really great. And, Dollar, not for nothing, Dollar Loan Center is a beautiful arena that I know I've been to. It always has, there's a great area over there in Green Valley Ranch. I know it's a little off strip, but I think that kind of adds to it. I know that this is kind of like the first time maybe you guys have been in arena or inside during the time. So that's like a whole new look for you guys. But I really appreciate the benefit that it's giving to the veterans here, just whether it be Las Vegas and everywhere, because I know both me and Mo, our fathers are veterans. And
Good.
so that's just, it's a great thing just to make sure we emphasize where the monies we're getting raised for and what people are doing. And it's also, I think, like you mentioned, that it's a human connection, that these are great celebrities and they're all some of them are pro sports people, but they're also humans, and that's part of the fan connection as well.
It's guys like, let's just say this year, it's a big rematch between RG3 and Tracy McGrady, right? And RG3, both his parents, served in the military, and Rob Riggle, who's an actor, he's a 23-year Marine himself, and they all have their own stories too, right? But if you just put them off their pedestal for a second and look at them as people, these guys love and appreciate our military and first responders. And, where the world is today, they don't get the recognition and they are not treated with the respect that they deserve. And you guys know, if your dads were both in the military, we're very close to the AFN, which is the American Forces Network, which I'm sure your dads would know. But we offer this we offer the programming free to everybody. Again, we don't monetize every single aspect of this. We could, but we don't. So we give this free to all military bases worldwide. So it will stream live on the AFM to all 164 countries. So every U.S. military base and the ships at sea will be able to watch this live and enjoy what's happening here, and that's more important to us than running it on a Peacock or a YouTube TV, those are great platforms. But for this, everybody has to be able to appreciate it, right?
That's
awesome.
Great to those that are out at sea and stuff. Like that's pretty amazing. That is really amazing. Yeah.
Well, it's the
Give
first
us
time.
a little. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, it's the first time that we're doing 3 live streams at the same time. So it's, hopefully,
Awesome.
We fill up the building. I know that we've been getting just a lot of support in the community, but at the same time, let's just say there'll be thousands of people there for sure. But the millions that are going to see it through the free feed on YouTube, on Celebrity Sweat YouTube channel, but the military, and then on Cox TV, you've got so many outlets that are just give the people what they want. Don't have to charge people all the time. It's not nickel and diming people to death. You just can't. At some point, you have to stop doing that, right?
Right. Yeah. Especially if the point is to have people get in there. It's kind of like how the Super Bowl these days, like here in Vegas, we've gotten to like the minimum is like $8,000 to get in. Like this is no longer for the fans. This is no longer for fans that love their team and have been watching them for 20, 30, 40 years. It's about money and revenue. And unfortunately, gets lost in the shuffle sometimes. So we can appreciate that. Can you give us a little, I know you mentioned RG3, Tracy McGrady, T-Mac. It's this rematch. I had a little video that you guys had posted. I want to play it. And maybe you can kind of give us an understanding of kind of the background as to what maybe happened during that first time, since this is a rematch, what the beef is about. So here's a quick video from you guys.
Go for it.
No bionic arm. Got it ready. It's going down. We're going to find a way to outsmart him. RG3, Heisman Trophy winner. That ain't going to matter today.
He's so cute. Talk about the nicest guy in the world, Tracy McGrady. You know, he's when Kobe 4 years ago, I think it's 4 years ago now, that Super Bowl was in Miami. And that was the first time that Tracy played in this game, because he literally said to us, I need to get out of LA. I need a distraction, right? That was the first time he came, and he literally will say this is his favorite event every year to do. And we love him for that. And he, you know, they're very unique, and he's beaten everybody that he's played the last 4 years. And last year, he's a great flag football player, not an NBA legend. But so last year, Doug Flutie turned the reins over to RG3, who's amazing. And again, both RG's parents, he's a military brat, and he's so honoring of the military himself. He lost last year, and you know, this year he said right afterwards, when the guys went on the bus last year, we need a rematch. And
we need a rematch.
Tracy's like, just bring it on, right? Okay. And so the teams this year are amazing, and it is for fun, and it is for military, and it is for families, but they're very competitive, as you know.
Of course.
For the sake
Can't
of
have it any other way.
Absolutely. But for the sake of this show, when it's all about women, you know, we have some great women playing this year, i.e. the Aces. You know, we have Sydney Colson and we have Alicia Clark that are joining us this year. The Aces themselves are going to be hosting a tribute with the championship trophy at halftime. So a lot of the girls are going to be there from the team, which is amazing. And then you've got Yuli Monster, who is the bare knuckles champion. He looks like a badass dude, but the nicest guy ever. And his kid just came back from fighting cancer. He's 10 years old.
Wow.
He's the nicest soul. And his wife used to fight with WWE. And she's amazing. So she's playing this year, Ashley. And then you have RG's wife. You know, he recruited her to play this year.
Oh, really? Okay.
She's a triathlon unto herself. She's a great athlete. So she's like, I'm his running back every day of the year. So I'm going to help him win this. So you got some fun women that are going to be joining us this year, which is great. And just a good vibe. You got Pauly D from Jersey Shore. You know, Pauly D is going to be coming out this year. He's a big name and face there in Vegas. I think the whole Jersey Shore cast is flying out to support him. So that's how fun that's going to be.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. And UFC is a big partner with us every year. And you've got big fighters, Justin Gaethje, one of their fighters, Kamaru Usman, Bilal Muhammad. You got Deontay Wilder, huge boxer. He's coming this year too. You know, Anthony Pettis. You got a big MMA crowd, women with the Aces. You've got, you know, Hollywood stars. You got Kevin Dillon from Entourage. You've got Brian Baumgartner from The Office, you know, Kevin from The Office. You've got Rob. It's such a mix. And then you have to bring in the influencers because the world is changing.
Right.
Yeah.
You got guys like Josh Richards and the Pointer Brothers. And, you know, you have about 46 million eyeballs just through social and digital as they walk on the field. You don't even have to do a thing. Right.
That's awesome.
What we tell them that they have to do for us is just tag these military groups in your posts. We don't even care if you don't tag us. Tag these military groups, shout out to the military. And we have a big video that we're going to be playing before we start the game because the troops are watching overseas. And it's got all these guys giving them shout outs to how much we appreciate them. It's a nice vibe. Very different.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing. Awesome. So if you're interested, I know, because, you know, we love our Aces here. We love our back-to-back championship women here. So I know for anyone that's out there, if you want to see the celebrity flag football over at Dollar Loan Center, it's Thursday at 7 to 9. I believe there was some events. There's some things happening beforehand there too. If you had like,
there's so they're going to start. We have a special military vet who badly burned overseas. He's been on a lot of these TV commercials for Tunnel to Towers. Israel De La Torre. He's amazing. He's got the most how they can be so positive every day. That's the inspiration right there. He's coming out. He's doing the pep talk in the locker room. You got a few other surprise celebrities that I won't say that'll be involved with the mayor of Henderson for the coin toss. You know, we're going to be recognizing the Henderson local Little League team. You know that got far last year. So it's family, it's community. If you want a great family, affordable way to see all these celebrities Super Bowl weekend and not have to pay the crazy rates, come and join us in Henderson. Watch it on the Celebrity Sweat YouTube channel. Be part of it. Have some fun. There's all kinds of prizes and giveaways and all kinds of stuff going on. Just a fun night.
I
Pretty
love it. Well,
exciting. I love it too.
celebflagfootball.com for your tickets. Again, it's next Thursday, the 8th from 7 to 9 p.m. out there at Dollar Loan Center. I will put up the flyer one more time there for you. Make sure to check it out. Support the veterans, support the first responders. It's a great way to give back and also be able to be part of the week of madness that will be here in Las Vegas. So,
It will be for anybody looking for action that is off this trip. That's where you come and join us. Easy parking. I think parking is like $10. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't really get that stuff anymore. So yeah, if you're looking for something away from the clutter, but with all the star power, come and join us.
Okay.
Definitely.
Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. And we will be seeing you real soon.
We're going to see you there, guys, both
Yeah.
of you. All right.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Love
Bye-bye.
it. Thanks, Lisa.
So much
That's
stuff
awesome.
going on.
That's a lot of activity
I
going
know.
on. And I know for a fact Rob Riggle is a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so he wouldn't have it any other way but coming into the city to not only
He's ready.
participate in that,
He's
but
ready.
watch the
He's
game.
ready. You
Yeah,
know, he'll
he's
be,
ready.
I'm sure, full Chiefs fandomed out.
Right.
Before we get into our sports stuff and our news and our updates, we now we have a second woman
Yes.
on the
Bring it
show. Like
on.
if we can't celebrate National Women in Sports and Girls in Sports Day at any time, this might have to be it too, because talk about the amount of fun we're getting today. So for next guest, we got to bring on Cynthia Zordich. Cynthia, how are you?
Hello, guys. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you on. So Cynthia, there's a bunch of events that you also have a hand in, as well as a plethora of other things. But please give us you're the founder of Thread, NFL Thread. If you could maybe just give us kind of like a backstory of that.
Yeah, no problem. It's just really exciting that I just always had this dream. My husband played for 12 years in the league, and I always just wanted to remain connected, and not only be connected, but help each other grow and help each other promote what we do. So many NFL women are doing such exciting things, and NFL players as well. So Thread is like the LinkedIn for NFL women. It's just pretty much like, where are you? What are you doing? How can we connect? Where can I find you? You can just search through team, through your husband's position, through cities that you played in, what you do for a living. And so from Thread, it kind of like leads to other really fun things that I get to do because of it.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, what did you guys do before, social media and internet? Like, how did women connect back then in the NFL? Like, was it that? I mean, I'm sure it was difficult, but
it was hard. It was different because it really, back then, it was like you really did fall into a black hole. Your husband would go through transition, so he kind of had this period where he didn't really want to be a part of the game or talk about the game. So you really kind of lost your social circle and your friends, and you moved back home, and you just really lost that connection. And I always felt like, where is everybody, and why can't we support each other? So it was always a dream of mine.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
I know that you guys have a private event coming up, so I know we're not going to be able to attend that, but you do have these luncheons. You're also a co-host of the podcast, Your Next Stop YNS, which is, I think, great because you're kind of getting the information on where are you going next? What's next for you after football or after, married to the NFL player life? Like, what is the next stop? But so you've got the luncheon and that, but then you guys also you're working with the NFL women are taking the field at the Super Bowl.
I know. There is so much. It's
cool.
ridiculous. I mean, I always say there is so much for a girl to do at the Super Bowl, and it's true. There's a
she froze on us. I was getting into it.
I know. I was like, tell me more. Let's see if she pops back on.
Are you good?
Oh, there she goes.
Okay,
yeah.
there we are.
No problem.
I like your mannequin challenge, by the way.
Right? Did I just freeze? That's great. But yeah, so I'll start off when I get there, just getting things organized for the Thread luncheon at Flanker. And it's really just about bringing everybody together. And so you have Thread, that's great, you can connect, but then let's do something together. And what I like to do is bring NFL affiliated groups like the, NFL Legends, NFL Player Engagement, Off the Field, NFL Wives Association, individuals that are in the NFL together, some great sponsors that to me are there that empower, to collaborate, to introduce each other, So I feel like the luncheon is just really a fun day to really talk about what you do. And my podcast is kind of interesting, and you guys will appreciate this. I actually was a guest on YNS, which was Juliette Hahn. She was the babysitter of my kids when my husband was with the Eagles. And her mom was the kindergarten teacher. So she asked me to be on the podcast to talk about everything that I was doing. And then later, so outside of Thread, I have a magazine with the NFL called The Playbook. And in that, I just spend oh, look at you guys. You guys are official.
On it.
Look at that, Franco Harris. I just love that he was on the cover of that. What an honor to interview him. Yeah. And also, with Michael Strahan and Patrick Mahomes and Joe Namath, like I was just really blessed to have like these wonderful conversations. I enjoyed, the conversation with Joe Namath as well. But anyways, The Playbook, it's kind of great because like I get to tell these stories. Well, then with Juliette, it was, we were talking about it and I was like, Juliette, wouldn't it be great if I could expand on that and actually dive a little deeper into the conversation and bring some of the NFL women in to kind of like break the perception of the NFL women. A lot of people really don't know what they're all about and just what the great things that they do. So let's dive into their journey. It's a quick circle. I mean, you're in, you're out. So, but in that circle, it's really interesting to see and compare. And I think that I consider like we're the gatekeepers. We're going to tell those young girls, this is what it's like, but how are we going to do it? Let's talk about it. So we started that together, and I just love her because she's so curious, and she always says like she comes outside of the game. So her questions are very curious and they're very real because sometimes, you just forget because you're in the middle of it. And so we just have these wonderful, true, honest conversations with the NFL women and the players. We do another series called Pivot with the players, and we talk about transition because that to me, I love talking about transition because no matter what, you go through it and, it's weird and it's sometimes kind of like difficult. So it's nice to hear what other people say when they get to the other side and how they got there. So.
Well, and I think that's great because you see how the men of the NFL, the former players, they have a support group, they have the alumni association that all kind of help to hopefully help, share their experiences and stories so that the younger guys coming up can hopefully learn from maybe mistakes or get better ideas. So it's nice that there is something for the women because they might be going through their own kind of stuff. And how do you deal with the moves and picking up your family and having to go across country once, maybe twice a year, if not,
or 15, like, yeah.
Or 15.
Right. It's crazy. And it is interesting. And I do like for these women, you're like, what do you do? Like, what do you do even professionally when you're moving around that much? How do you figure it out? So I just am so impressed with the young women today and what they're doing and that, they're creating their own brands. They're creating like they're utilizing their platforms and they're doing great things with it. And I just love that they're, looking at this as an opportunity. And so whatever city they're in, they're taking that with them. And so it's a whole new world, and it's a wonderful world for the NFL woman today. And I think that they're very empowered by all these opportunities. And it's really exciting to really get to be in a position to show them off and to tell the world what they're doing. That's my motivation all the time, is promoting others.
That's great.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
the event that you guys can get to though is the Women Take the Field. It's going to be inside the Super Bowl experience. So over there at Mandalay Bay in the Convention Center, you can get your tickets on Ticketmaster.com. Search for the Super Bowl. I know I have a link. It's not great, but there's a link here. You can search for the event. It's going to be on Thursday's event. So you want to make sure you get for Thursday's ticket.
Right.
You guys are playing from 3 to 5 on Thursday, and it'll be at the play football field. So it's part of the whole NFL flag. The phenomenon that's kind of taking over the world, because now we're going to have flag football in the Olympics, and we're getting flag football everywhere. So
right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And we're also going to have, how like a lot of the games in I think they'll be doing it at the Pro Bowl too. That you have the youth teams that are playing in between our tournaments. So
Yeah.
we're having like 3 7-on-7 tournaments and then a championship. And in between each of those games, we're having the youth girls flag teams from Las Vegas come in. So
Oh
I
my
cannot wait to
God.
see them. I know.
I love
know.
it.
And then we also invited 4 high school flag players just to, bring our level of competition up. And we have a couple Olympians playing. We've got some great girls that have signed up to play that have already been posting their conditioning that we shared with them, a list of things that they could do with their husbands to condition. And we have a lot of NFL players who are on board to coach. So that's going to be hilarious. Mark McMillan, he's in Vegas. He does everything with the Raiders. He and Ricky Waters are doing the play-by-play. And
wow.
Coach Cower's wife, who is an amazing musician, Queen V, Veronica Cower, she's doing the national anthem.
Okay.
So we're just kind of like, hey,
Gosh.
what talent do you have? And come be a part of this game. And what I'm really excited about it is that Rocket Mortgage came in and they're our main sponsor. They're our title sponsor. So I love having a
That's
name
excellent.
behind us. Yeah, because it's the girls are playing and we've done this before. Alyssa Milano, it was her dream to do it from touch, and she brought it to us at first. And we play, and the girls get really competitive, and they're so good. And I just love seeing them with their eye black, and I love seeing the talent. And I tried to get on the field at one point, but somebody blew past me, and her ponytail was flying, and she blurred out on me, and so I was like, get me off the field right now. I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, I don't know if I could get on the field, but I did want
Uh-uh.
to show, there was a quick video I took off one of the, I think it's one of the coaches or one of the girls that coaching there. So these are some of the ladies that are training for the game that's coming up
Oh my
next week.
God. What's up? It's your girl, Catch Candace. We back at it, getting ready for this flag football game. Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas. I had to get with my linebackers and get some more backpedaling and switching them hips. And you know it, the defense in the trenches hitting bag drills with my husband to get it done. Shout out to BP the King, trying to fix your stance with your girl. She needs some work there too. This one became a family affair. See you soon. Stay tuned for the training.
I love that.
I'm getting like,
I would not
I'm getting,
make it on there at all.
look at, I'm out of breath
No way.
watching that. Like, oh my God, is that CrossFit? Is that
They
they're
are
doing
dead
routes? They're doing like
and
quick feet.
serious
I'm
with
just
this.
like,
It is
oh.
real. It got
It is.
really real when I saw the
Seriously,
workout.
she's going
Oh.
for the MVP for sure. It's incredible. And so it's so
Oh,
exciting. I cannot wait
man.
for this game. I really can. I'm just so excited for it. And I know between that and then, so not only is the luncheon and the flag game, but then the next day I'm on the board and very involved in the president of Off the Field NFL Wives, and that the fashion show that is going to take place at the Canal Shops and the Venetian is going, it's always sold out. It's always incredible. And it's so fantastic. And Charisse Brown and Ramonda Jordan are co-chairs for this year's fashion show, and they are just doing such a fantastic job. There's a couple surprises coming, but just seeing the girls on the runway, it is so fun. It is so empowering and fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's so upbeat, and they really just kill it. And it's for a fantastic cause this year. Are you guys familiar with the Belitnikov Foundation? And that's where every year we pick a charity. We come into town.
Okay.
We pick a charity and we vote on it, and it's like, but this one was just an easy yes. And so the charity, it's just going to be a fantastic day. So the whole weekend is going to be wild.
So if anybody wants tickets for the fashion show as well, you can go to Eventbrite, and you can search for Off the Field, a women's NFL. I'm sorry, Off the Field Wives Association, and then you can pick the event right there.
Yes.
And yeah.
Off the Field charity fashion show, or Off the Field NFL WA.org. You can find it. But yeah, if you Google fashion show at Super Bowl, you'll find it.
It looks amazing. I love how the flyer uses the same colors for the Super Bowl look, It's just,
look how beautiful that is. Yeah,
you really can't get better than the Grand Canal Shops either.
Yeah,
so,
seriously. I'm so excited for that. So all in all, it's just a really wonderful, that's why I always say, and that's the one message I like to share to the young NFL families, like the spouses and the players, is never miss a Super Bowl. Never miss a Super Bowl. So a lot of the guys are like, if they're not in it, they don't want to be there. But really and truly, it is, you meet so many people, and it's, you just kind of find yourself collaborating, networking, having fun, meeting people that you'll know the rest of your life, and just getting some, like, you know, just like great ideas about what you might want to do and what other people are doing. So I say never
It's
miss a
almost like a
Super Bowl.
convention for the women of the
Yeah.
NFL. Like, this is
It's
your
the
guys'
truth.
place to be together, to be seen, to come face to face. You're not on like video calls and chats and FaceTiming anymore. You get to kind of see
No.
everybody in person.
It's the truth, and I love it, and I love my partners, for instance, and all of our partners, even at the fashion show. They're the kind of people that you want your family to meet, because you know that they're going to have a conversation that has nothing to do with you, and it might take it to another level. You know, so having like a Rocket Mortgage, we have 21 C's, we have John Hardy is the pop-up shop for the luncheon. They are actually giving proceeds, 20% of their proceeds are going to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, because one of our own was diagnosed, and she's using the platform to really spread the word, like pinky promise that you will get checked. And that's Ramonda Jordan. So there's always these kind of like, oh, you know, wait, what's happening? So let's make this family, you know. And we have Waterloo that is in there, and they do the sparkling water. And, you know, it just happens to be like, my friend, another one of the wives, was like, hey, I know somebody that you need to meet, you know, you need to have a conversation with them. So it's just kind of like that. We're all just trying to help each other do some cool things.
That's awesome.
That is great.
So cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think, you know, for you too, you have another perspective, because not only can you relate with the women in there because an NFL wife, but also as an NFL mom, because
Yes,
you know you had a son that played in the league.
I
So
did. Yes,
being
indeed.
you being able to wear that hat for both reasons, I feel like that's just a really, because the NFL wives is also for the NFL mothers and the
Yes,
spouses. So I think it's
absolutely.
great that you're able to share the kind of your experience on both sides of the fence for any of the young
Right.
women coming in.
Absolutely. And like, and I can speak on the behalf of a lot of my friends who actually did both as well. And it is completely different when it is your child. It is so different. Like when my husband played, you know, you're just a little bit naive. You're just in love with somebody that happens to be doing what they're doing. And when it's your child who has watched his father do that, and, you know, all kids think they're going to do what their dads do, you know, you're going to do what your mom does. You just kind of grow up around it. And to see that, and to see them navigate into that world, and you know, just go through it all, is really, it's like hard and awesome at the same time.
Well, I love it. So,
Mhm.
Cynthia, we appreciate you coming on. It's been enjoyable
Yeah.
to talk. We're excited for your events you got coming up. You, of course, going back to the flag football with the NFL women take the field. That'll be the Super Bowl experience on Thursday from 3 to 5 at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center. And then, of course, the charity fashion show on Saturday, going to a great cause.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff. And before you leave, though, I did want to ask, because I saw the playbook, and I saw that volume 6 is going to be her issue.
Yes.
Give us any sneak peek as to who, or maybe a topic or something in there that's for the women there.
Oh my goodness, there are so many great stories in there already. But one cool thing tying into the flag game is that Deanna Flores who is the ambassador to flag, is going to be on the cover, and just really promoting her and what she's doing, and bringing that game up to that level, and all that she's doing to represent football. Because, you know, this flag, I think, is so important, because it's introducing the women to the sport. And not only can they play when they're younger, but they can play in high school, and then they can go on to college with scholarships. And there's so much talent out there. So I just love that message. But there are there's so many fantastic stories coming in the her issue. And for me, it's so personal, and I just am so excited for it. Yeah.
I love that. I
Good.
love that
Yeah.
you have a whole
Exciting.
issue for the
Yeah.
ladies. So that's
The
great.
girls.
We
Exactly.
appreciate you. We hope you have a safe
Yes,
travels
Cynthia.
to Las Vegas.
Thank you.
Try and stay hydrated and try and
Yeah.
get some sleep. Catch up on your sleep now before the whole weekend.
I'll
Super.
try
Because
to.
you're not going to not sleep. This is the city that never sleeps. So they hope
That's so fun. And listen, if you guys want to connect with anybody, like if you want me to introduce you to any of the girls that are heading that way, and that you want to do any more interviews, I mean, I could just give you a list of people that you guys do a great job. I think that what you have is
Thank
wonderful.
you.
And especially with them heading, please let me know, and I'll connect you.
Oh, please, we
Okay.
will. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
Uh-huh.
appreciate
Have
it.
a
Thank
great
you guys.
night. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
too. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye, Cynthia.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Adorable. I love it.
Yes. John Hardy,
It's-
though, man, that's some nice jewelry. It's not cheap
Yeah.
either. So the proceeds for that'll be great. Yeah.
It's gonna big time over there. Listen, the Vegas Strip is about to go
Crazy,
insane.
insane. Yeah.
Insane. Super Bowl
Insane.
is coming. Hey, before we get started, I also want to also give a big shout out to our girl Leslie at Envision for You. So remember
Yes.
last time we mentioned the Envision for You services as far as the
Right.
transportation. There was a couple of images I had. Well, by now she only has like certain cars left. Like all the big ones are gone.
Wow.
There's not a,
I believe it.
it's been
I believe
filling
it.
up. If
That's
you
good.
need transportation services coming to Vegas, while in Vegas, from the airport to the game, to events, to the hotel, make sure you reach out to Leslie. You can contact Envision for You at 323-300-4592. Also now, they also have a hair and makeup team. You can book now for the Super Bowl week. So if you need to get your glam, if you're not bringing a glam squad or you need a
Right.
glam squad, you got professional services with a personal touch. It's a mobile service only, so they'll come to you wherever you're at, get you dolled up for whatever event or item or thing you're going to. So make sure you reach out to Envision for You, 323-300-4592. Back to this. This is not the Super Bowl that the world wanted.
And not for all the conspiracy theorists, those colorways did not hold true.
Nothing.
What the predictions were. So hopefully the finesse of people betting last week.
I mean, I lost completely. I really wanted a
I hope they learned a
Ravens.
valuable lesson on that.
I mean, I really wanted the Ravens. And even the line, I mean, I just wanted the Lions to win, and they were so close, like blowing them out 24-7 at half. Like all you had to do was keep up the effort, make it happen. And then what happens?
Fell short in the third. Tried to play catch up in the fourth.
Do you feel it's Dan Campbell's fault?
No, I don't.
Because there's a lot of people out there placing blame on Dan Campbell for.
Well, they want to find a reason. They don't understand the reason as to why this occurred, and they want to look for answers. And they want,
we've seen this man basically go on every fourth down he has near a field goal, and he did that. Unfortunately, they weren't converting, and they missed out on a couple of field goal points that could have probably either kept them in the game, could have won the game, but it's all like shoulda, woulda, coulda at this point.
They don't want Detroit and Baltimore folks here. Let's just keep it real.
Wait, I gotta get the meme up though.
They would have been.
They said it would have been the All-Star. It would have been an All-Star weekend 2024.
It would have been Chocolate City, and they know it, and I'm ready for it. But that's okay. Because it's gonna come. Because we'll have NBA here, we'll have baseball, we'll have a lot of other sports.
It's always gonna come.
Don't trip that it's not. You just delaying the inevitable, but it's gonna happen.
Yes, that part. That part.
But I just didn't want to see these two teams. I have very personal reasons as to why these two teams. I just am feeling some type of way.
Is this one of your reasons?
Well, that's definitely one of the reasons. I mean.
This man who was part of the construction team that built Allegiant Stadium says that he basically buried a Chiefs flag under the Raiders Stadium back in 2017.
He did. And they posted this story a long time ago, back in 2017.
And no one probably cared back then, you know?
No, I cared.
But now,
I cared. We were tight as Raider Nation. We were tight then. And to relive it and to be reminded of it is the reason why we didn't want this team to advance. You're actually playing in a stadium that we share a division with. And you are a division rival to us that we do not like.
So here's my question. Why do the Chiefs get to play at Raiders training facility? Why don't the Niners go there? I'm so lost at how. I understand that. I get it.
Oh, we have with San Francisco due to the fact of the Bay. You know, it's the no win on the whole situation. I mean, I don't even want them in there, but they're there. So.
And I know me and you were going to battle on this one because I know you for sure don't want the Chiefs to win. And I for sure don't want the Niners to win. We both have our own divisional rivalry that we hate and don't want to see win. So,
Yeah.
uh,
I mean, I prefer it for San Francisco to do the right thing, and they're favored to win. So I hope that still
I don't
stays
want, no,
in
no.
place, because I just can't be a Raider
Heather said
fan.
at least we have a good concert coming up.
I mean,
Usher.
the only win of that game. I mean, that's the thing. That's the win for me is Usher. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like somebody was like, "Who do you want to win the game?" I said, "Usher." Who do you want to see play? Usher.
And whoever Usher brings up with him, because he's going to have some guests. Let's get that clear. There's going to be some people that come in
I don't
with
even
him.
care. I don't even care.
Yeah.
It's Usher. It's just Usher. And I'd have to say that's who I want to see play. That's who I want to see win is Usher. And it's rough because I don't want the Chiefs to win. As a Raider fan, I don't want to hear that. Oh, remember in 2024 when the Chiefs won the Super
Came
Bowl
to
in your
Las
own
Vegas.
stadium that you haven't won a Super Bowl in yet. That's what I don't want to hear.
I mean,
It's kind of like your game, and you have the
Yeah.
Cowboys and San Francisco playing, or not a
Thank God
Cowboys
they
because they're in
can't.
the same division, but you have a team that you hate in the AFC that's like your rival.
That's
as
the
well.
thing is I don't
And
hate a team in the AFC. I literally just hate the Niners and the Cowboys. But like, hey, shout out to Bruce back in there. He said, but the Niners got escaped 2 games, and they sure did. They really did. They escaped the Packers game. They escaped the Lions game. There won't be a third escape. I remember there was someone that commented on one of my posts on Facebook and just said, I'd rather see them lose in the Super Bowl anyway. It'll
you know
make
what?
it
I don't want
more
to hear
powerful.
any of this. I need San Francisco to win this. I need to have
No.
one job to do.
No.
It's a no escape kind of zone.
I'm over here on Swifty mode. Like, let's go, Swifties.
Absolutely not.
Come on
Absolutely
in and get this going.
Absolutely
Taylor
not.
Swift has generated over $330 million for the NFL just by attending Chiefs games.
Well, we knew that was going to be a thing. That was.
We knew.
We talked about that.
American Airlines already added new flights from Kansas City to Las Vegas, making one flight 1989 in honor of Taylor's album, making one flight 87 in honor of Travis Kelce. I mean, it's just. And what's crazy is that Taylor Swift has a concert in Japan the night before or the day before, but
Right.
there's, I think, like a 12-hour or 10-hour time difference. They're ahead. So she still can make it here by Saturday night to then attend the game on Sunday. So, of course, that's skyrocketing tickets.
Commercial anyway. I'm sure somebody's going to loan her a Concorde or another type of hyperjet to get here. So
yeah.
It's not going to be an issue. And I like Taylor. Don't get me wrong. I'm all team Taylor.
Yeah. Sure, Sportsnista, what's up, girl?
Hi,
says the Niners got one dang job. Hey, I don't need to hear that.
They sure do.
No.
And I don't want anybody to call me, text me, see me if those other red teams from Kansas City wins this Super Bowl.
Here's the deal. I'm not cheering for anyone to win. I just don't want the Niners to win. I'm anti-Niners. So
I mean, how can you do this to me? Like, honestly, like I'm your friend.
How can you do? You know my.
You see how I'm in my stadium of Raider Nation. Well, we have a divisional rival that we love.
I get that, but here's the deal: your team had done poorly in executing coaching and players and quarterbacks for its first initial year. So you could have maybe had a chance.
I'm gonna tell you something that's real talk. Chiefs aren't supposed to be here, and here's why.
No, okay.
We lost a lot of fallen soldiers in the AFC as far as quarterbacks go. We had some interruptions and breakups due to some of those fallen soldiers. Had that not been the case, would the Chiefs be in this position, I wonder? Because Baltimore, let's be clear, they just didn't show up. I don't know what happened. Zay Flowers taunted, didn't catch the ball, just kind of lost his way because it was just an immature act of being excited and hyped, and I don't know. But I just don't think they were supposed to be here, especially with the way they started out the season. And I just think due to the Joe Burrow's fall, the Trevor Lawrence fall, Josh Allen taking a little dive for a little bit, coming back a little too late. Deshaun
Bruce
Watson
said, "Hold up,
like
so many excuses."
You know what? I just I can't have this happen, and I don't understand how people don't understand how significant this is.
I mean,
to
I
have
get
a
it
team
from
like that
you
in
because
your
I'm
stadium.
seeing it on my side, just minus the stadium aspect part of it. So I understand, but I personally will never cheer for the Niners ever. Ever. I didn't even cheer for them when Sherman was on the team. I didn't not no. No,
Even
I
when
will
Cap was on
never.
the team, you didn't cheer for him at all.
I didn't cheer for him when he was on the team. No.
Okay.
I mean, come on. I cheered for Cap after. Like
I can't do this. I just cannot do this. And I told you even before, I said, I'm not even watching the stupid thing. I don't even want to watch it. Like, I just don't even want to watch any of it.
Heather is in agreement that it's kind of a conspiracy theorist, possibly. She's not, a conspiracy theorist, but that it's seems to have been shaped in favor.
I mean, I'm just saying the shape.
I mean, there's even a prop bet that if Travis Kelce will propose to Taylor Swift after they win. Like, what? These prop bets are getting.
I'm not mad at the prop bet. I'm not mad at the prop bet because this is a ludicrous situation, all in all. So I'm not mad at the prop bet. I'm actually kind of commending the prop bet because that's pretty genius to even have a prop bet up there like that. Because the way this marketing and whole strategy is, I mean, why not? Let's crank it up a notch. I mean,
crank it up.
Somebody's got to bet on it.
Somebody will. I mean, one of the other ones they got too is which like this is one of my favorites. What color is the Gatorade going to be? I mean.
What's Usher's favorite color? I needed to be sparkles and glitter. I'll bet on that.
Maybe it's purple or I don't know.
That's the only team I'm cheering for on this game is Usher.
Listen, I'm not cheering. I'm just yelling and screaming and hating on one team. I'm just
hate on both. Just be neutral with it.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. I can't. It's just not my blood.
I understand. I understand.
All right. Moving on to some Jugadores. Listen, the last time we saw Rajon Rondo, he was in a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. But last weekend, he got arrested in Indiana. Just misdemeanor charges, but he had a gun on him as well as some marijuana for personal use, little drug paraphernalia. He got pulled over for a traffic violation. Once he got arrested, he immediately posted bond. But I don't know. Don't they got like hiding spots in cars these days? Like you don't see that stuff.
I mean, I think it's just stupid to even have that in Indiana as a state as a whole.
Like, Indiana, why are you hanging out in Indiana anyway? Right. Unless you're heading there for because the All-Star game isn't even there until the 17th or 15th or something.
I just didn't know what you were doing there because that just warrants all of what just happened to you, sir.
Right.
And honestly, they were gunning for him the minute they stopped him. But at the end of the day, it's like, you're in Indiana, sir. What were you expecting? Like, I don't know why you even brought that stuff.
It's I can't. Here's the one that is interesting because this guy, Vince McMahon, been quitting jobs left and right the last year or two. So he resigned again with his roles with the WWE and the TKO group. Of course, they do the UFC and the WWE. More sexual assault and trafficking allegations. One of the former employees says that he allegedly sexually assaulted her on multiple times, and also him as well as the head of talent relations for the WWE. That he also would traffic her to other men as a pawn to secure talent deals. Of course, he says he didn't. Of course, he says he didn't do anything. But you also just left your job. This is after a year ago he left his job the first time and stepped down because of other allegations of sexual misconduct against him, and there was like millions of dollars paid in hush money. So,
well, here's the thing. I mean. Okay. He's definitely guilty, okay? But is this now going to be the new can of worms that opens? Because let's be real, people in those high power positions have been sex trafficking and using their trophy wives, and I use the term trophy wives for this type of behavior for a long time. Alumni boosters for colleges have done that with their wives for recruiting. They don't talk about it, but it happens. So now if this is a thing, and this is gonna, be something that women can now speak out on.
And they
floodgates are
will.
about to come open because he ain't the only
Absolutely.
one. He ain't the only one
No.
that are trafficking and using their wives, even pimping out their daughters. Some of them do that too.
The
This is going to
daughters for
open a
sure. Yeah.
whole thing if that is what we're
Whew.
seeing right now.
You think
So
those
for him to
yeah.
resign, for him to quit, and I think his daughter's taking over WWE, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think she took that over when he stepped down from
Yeah,
being
when he
the
stepped down.
president
Yeah.
last year.
So listen, I'm not surprised. I'm just wondering when the next domino is going to fall.
Ooh, hang on, Sports Nisa, you got to send us the tea. So did you see the text messages? I did not see these text messages.
Oh,
Dang.
I'm sure. I'm sure they got receipts, and that's why he had to resign, because he had receipts. And a lot of people, I would be shaking in my boots if I was another high-powered person that was doing this type of nefarious behavior, because you never know when you're next. Why
Bruce
even
said
do it, though?
Bruce said he's qualified to be president now.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And he got that $83 million to pay anybody off.
Oh man,
This
that
man
part.
at one point was one of the richest sports owners in the country. So he definitely got that and then some to pay off some people. So
he won't need his cult to pay his fines.
Oh
for him.
yeah. I'm not.
Apparently the daughter quit WWE. She probably knew what was going on in there.
Okay.
Knew that the house was tumbling.
I mean,
yeah.
There's stories within that itself. It's probably a lot of underlying things. WWE, the wrestler, they all got stories. I'm very sure. But
so much.
I just think men in high power positions that have these trophy wives or whatever you want to call it, girlfriends. I don't think this is like the first time we'll hear of someone doing that, or the last. And it's not even the term of sex trafficking, or what we thinking of kidnapping them and putting them on an open black market. I'm talking about taking your wife, introducing them to colleagues for business deals, and having them, entertain them,
asking her to do you a favor,
and all of that kind of stuff, just to make things happen. So yeah.
We're gonna move on to some Las Vegas sports news. Like we had mentioned earlier when we were talking to Lisa Levine about the celebrity football, is that the Las Vegas Aces, Sydney Colson, Alicia Clark, are going to be the honoree coaches there, which is awesome. We also got to give it up for Kia Stokes. I know we've had our, Kia Stokes signed a 2-year deal with the Las Vegas Aces. She definitely helped out a lot when Candace was down. The Las Vegas Aces also picked up Megan Gustafson from Iowa, who I think has been 2 years in the WNBA now. She's 6'3", forward, center, so there's a little more height. But again, without knowing what's happening with Candace, without knowing what's going on in the center position, we still need to figure a couple things out on what our core is great, but what happens when there's injuries. So, hey. And it's WNBA free agency coming up. We're going to talk about that in a second. But so we got Kia again for 2 years. We got Megan. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the city. And then you also got 4 of our ladies are heading to the USA Women's National Team mini camp in February. So you got Chelsea, Kelsey, Asia, Jackie going to be repping for the USA for the mini camp out there. It's going to be good. Anybody got an update on the UNLV Lady Rebels game?
Look that one up to see if we have anything.
So tonight they were playing at 6:30 for the number 1 spot versus Wyoming for the number 1 spot in the Mountain West. I'm curious to know how it goes. I went to a game last Saturday. They gave out these champs play here because they were playing at Thomas and Mack, which of course, I've always mentioned that they need to start having the girls play at Thomas and Mack more. So, and shout out to Nevada Now. Ran into them and got to sit with Sue and Jerry. So they say hi.
So the score is the Lady Rebels are up. It's 40-36.
Okay.
So they're only up by 4 right now, and it's the end of the third quarter. So we're going into the last quarter shortly.
Oh wow! So it's a low scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sports Niece, does Gray clear to play? I don't know, but she is slated to be on that mini camp roster. I don't know if she can't play, or maybe she has to go there. But I saw her playing. Some of the videos from the Aces Instagram have her making, at training, just shooting around. So whether she's shooting around or playing, I'm not sure yet. And we got to give it up for the new coach of the Las Vegas Lights.
Hi,
Dennis Sanchez. Hi, Dennis.
Hi,
I want to see Dennis smile.
I need to see Dennis in person, and I want to see Dennis's height.
Yeah, how tall is Dennis? I'm getting
Dennis is
some
pretty tall.
definite Gabe Kapler vibes here, but
Yeah.
we might be heading to a few more lights games this year.
We have to get him on the show. See, this Juan Batista acquisition is already looking up.
Listen, it's changing the
It is
dynamic.
already looking up. And
Listen,
I
they're about
honestly,
to
even
have
if it
that
wasn't-
stadium looking fresh and clean.
Yeah, even if it wasn't for this new head coach, I'd still like the lights games still go hard. I think it's gonna be even better now. But I just Juan Batista has already moved up a couple notches.
We might be having to watch the post game interviews.
I mean, I think we still can get our media credentials. Hopefully, everybody is still in place. There weren't too many drastic changes. You know, speaking of the lights too, we didn't touch on this, but I needed to shout out our first athletic host. I mean, guest and co-host. He did a couple things with us, and he was always able to jump on and talk to us and loved us much. TKO has announced his retirement from soccer officially. I wish him the best. I mean, like I said, he was one of our first favorite athlete guests we had on. He was a great co-host we had, and he never said
mayor
no.
Of Cashman. Like, come on.
Cashman. He still will be the mayor of Cashman for us, and we just wish him the best, you know. And yeah, that came.
What if he were to come back as like a assistant coach of some sort for the lights?
We gotta get him on and talk to him about it. Yeah. We gotta figure out what's up with him. We
gotta hear what the story is.
We need to know what's next.
Yeah, for sure. Also, so anybody out there that either is a woman of any age that loves football, loves flag football, wants to hear from one of the greats, or if you have a daughter between the ages of 12 and 18, there's a couple events next week as well by Jen Welter, Dr. Jen Welter. Of course, we know she is the first woman NFL coach that ever broke that barrier. She has 2 events coming up next week. She's got a day in the life camp for women of all ages where the QR code, I think, is right there. So if you're watching this, you can scan that. But you can go, you pay a little bit of money, you get your gear, you get playbooks, you have celebrity coaches, former NFL players, current NFL players that help you go through different drills, plays, games, whatever. And then there's like a little mix and mingle afterwards. That's I think that one is Thursday. Hang on. Yeah, that one is Thursday. And that's over at what's this park right here by me at the Rampart and the 95 Rampart in Vegas. The sports complex, the Las Vegas sports complex.
Zaire Park, the soccer complex, or above it.
It's the sports complex right here on Rampart.
Oh,
so it's there. It's there on Thursday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can register and you'll be drafted by Jen and get on a team. Then on Saturday, girls ages 12 to 18, free camp. I highlight free is 8 to 11. It's at the YMCA down there by Meadows Mall on Meadows Lane. Also co-hosted by Joy Taylor. Okay, so that's on Saturday. For free for the girls age 12 through 18. Gotta check those out. If you got a daughter out there, you gotta let
out. See, this just shows that Super Bowl is not just a guys thing. This is all inclusive.
Absolutely.
And the girls are taking over in sports, and this is just another avenue for us to enjoy the festivities as well.
Enjoying the festivities, and then of course you've got the big opening night at Allegiant Stadium where they're doing all the interviews and stuff, and you get to listen and watch that. That's I think that was like $30 or something, and you can get those tickets on Ticketmaster. You also have the NFL experience we talked about. Here's the prices though. So Wednesday it's $25 for general admission, $75 to be like a VIP extra. Kids are always free. I think it's 12 and under, kids are free. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it goes from $25 to $50. So if you want to try and get a bargain time to get in there, you probably want to go on Wednesday. But those are the hours. It looks like 3 to 10, 3 to 10, 3 to 10, 3 to 10, and then Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And it's not open on Sunday because I made this mistake. I wanted to go to the college football championship experience thinking it would be open before the game. Not. So the NFL experience is not open before Super Bowl. It's not open on Sunday. So there you go. there you have it.
All right. And also, don't forget, everybody, for that Super Bowl Soul Sunday on February 7th as well. That's going to be sponsored by CBS. They're going to present that. And shout out to my SU Jags, because they are going to be in the building performing at the
Saw
Palm
that.
and the
Yes.
Pearl Theater for the Super Bowl Soul Fest. So you guys definitely, if you want to see that soulful celebration, they've got great hosts coming for that. I think they've got a few, I know it's like a few celebs and a few athletes. I think
They have a
Darvin Ham
handful. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
is gonna be there. So yeah, that's also, and that's off the strip too. So you don't have to worry about so much of the traffic. But yeah, the soulful celebration should be really awesome. And I love that my school is gonna be representing there too as well. So
As they
dang, it's just too
should.
much
As
stuff. It's
they
just too
should.
much stuff. It's just a lot.
It's too
just
much.
a lot.
And I know. And on top of that, the Tropicana's closing in April.
No, it's fine.
I mean, what I didn't see though is that the Tropicana will pay their employees. They will get a $2,000 for every year they work there at the hotel for severance. So let's say you were there for 20 years, you get a $40,000 check. Not that
Yeah.
that helps, but that's a nice little bonus, little
That's a
perk.
nice little bonus. Get you a little
Little perk
jump
of the
start
day.
on the next move. So it's cool.
Now, Mo, if I would have told you beginning of the season that Gardner Minshew would be in the Pro Bowl this year, would you have believed me?
No.
Gardner Minshew is making his first career Pro Bowl appearance due to replacing, I'm sure, one of the guys that's unable to make it. So we're going to see Gardner Minshew in the Pro Bowl this year, which just Minshew mania heading to Orlando.
Yeah.
I also got to give credit to the new Seahawks coach, Mike McDonald, going from the oldest coach to the youngest coach. Let's see how this plays out. But you got a young coach with a bunch of young defenders on that. Look at that. Look at the defensive. I mean, this now could be the Lob 2.0. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
It could. It really could. It's a good change. I'm glad that this happened for you. It's exciting. And yeah, let's see what the season brings.
Let's see what it goes.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned before, the All-Star game in the NBA's. So right now, it's the NHL All-Star break. So that's the reason why we're not seeing any Vegas Golden Knights.
Right.
So we don't have them right now. And then the 15th or about the 15th is when the NBA All-Star weekend starts.
Yep.
I'm only here for this. This is it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is something that we have had conversations of men versus women and agility and skill. Like, this is what I want to see.
But you know what's kind of
such a fresh idea. I love it.
I love it. The only thing I don't like is they're still making it men versus women, whereas Steph has the NBA ball. Steph shoots from the NBA line. Sabrina has a WNBA ball. Sabrina shoots from the WNBA line. Like, and Sabrina retweeted it, was like, I'll go from the NBA line. Like, I have no problem with that. Like, let's go. You don't got to give me an extra foot
I would have liked to have seen that too. But the other advantage too is that her ball is smaller and all of that too. So, I mean, I'm not going to split hairs with this. I'm just going to be excited.
It's a start. It's a start.
It's a huge start, because now not only is it doing a crossover for more NBA fans to now finally transition into WNBA, and again, just to bring that awareness that those girls are there and that they're legit, and that they don't have to be compared to their athleticism of a college basketball player, but they're
not a high school ball. There's some people that say a high school team will be,
but never on the level of a pro NBA player. Now we're seeing it.
And this is a one-on-one competition. So this is going to be immediately following the actual 3-point competition for the NBA. So this will be immediately following that. It's a one-on-one competition. We're going to see them go head to head. And I'm sure it's a lot of fun to watch, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun for them to take part in too.
It is. I'm welcoming this. You know, a lot of people were kind of naysaying it and all that, but no, this is just a start
that we can be able to, let's make this happen.
We needed that. Yeah, we needed
let one of them pull up for the women's All-Star weekend too. Like, this is a great incorporation.
We needed this. We definitely needed this. Even if they did like a East versus West, that they incorporated some of the women on the East and the West, that would even be a cool little thing, like one quarter and then switch off on quarters. One quarter's men's, one's women's. Then, you go back and forth in it to incorporate it. Let's
Let's
just
go.
another idea. You know what I mean? Why not? You
I
don't
mean,
never
let's
know
do.
the heights that this goes and starts with. The
Yes.
heights that
Like
it'll
we're
go.
not going to get a one-on-one dunk contest and we're okay with that. But this 3-point contest, let it be a skills competition because some of these girls got
Any of
skills
that,
as
I'm
well.
for it. I'm so for it. It's not even funny. Like,
Yeah,
let's
that's the
go.
biggest thing ever.
Yeah.
WNBA free agency special is tomorrow on
Hollywood.
ESPN2. They've already made some moves. So we've already heard about Sabali staying with the Wings. The Sparks are taking on Kia Nurse from the Storm. They're also getting the Storm are getting 2 first-round draft picks 2026 for Kia Nurse and number 4 pick in the draft this year. John Cole Jones had told someone at ESPN that she plans to stay and return with the Liberty, and there could be a possible 2-year deal on the table with her.
Yeah.
The Sun acquired Tiffany Mitchell. And then so there's so much more. We also don't know where Ella Della Don is going to go. We don't know where Brianna Stewart is supposedly going to stay in New York, but nothing's been official. So there's a lot of pieces. We don't know if Candace Parker is going to still play, if she's coming back to us, if she's going somewhere else. We don't know. So be on the lookout. Also, Baylor is retiring Brittany Griner's jersey on their February 18th game versus Texas Tech. So interesting, because I know that at one time Baylor coach wasn't so thrilled.
I wasn't keen on her. That's why I'm just standing here.
I'm just interested, like what? So okay,
what changed?
What changed? But for all of our college sports basketball fans and Sue Bird listen, Sue Bird has a new show through Peyton Manning's a media company. It's called Sue's Places. So she's basically trying to learn all the history of college basketball. It started tonight. It'll be on every Wednesday. She goes to UConn to talk with Coach Gino. She talks with Paige Bucks and Ozzie Fudd, and kind of just starts to get the history of certain places where college basketball is huge. So I think that's going to be, I love Sue Bird. So I love listening to her.
I do too. That's great.
Yeah.
That's really
That'll be a good show. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
I do need to show a video for Girl Power because for all those that are giving the I don't have an issue with Taylor Swift watching football, bringing all these new fans. I just don't need to see her instead of a replay. I want to see a replay sometimes. That's all I need. I just want to see the replay. So flash her during commercials but when it's a replay, I need to see the replay because I am not in the stadium to see it. Anyways, this young girl right here, this is what's happening. This is what Taylor Swift is doing for the NFL. She is bringing people that would never watch the football and making them fans. Watch this.
Who's your favorite player? What's shotgun formation? How many yards do you need to get a first down?
10.
How many downs do they give you to get that 10 yards?
4.
So your favorite player is Travis Kelce, huh? What position does he play? All right, generally, where does the tight end line up? That's pretty good. So what's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
I'm sorry.
That is so adorable.
The fact that she knew where tight ends line up, I mean, or that what shotgun formation was. I didn't know what shotgun formation was until later in my life. Okay. Not at that age and not just when I was watching. So she is hooked in, she is learning, and she is loving this game. So if it's for things like that, I give Taylor Swift all the credit for making this happen. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, listen,
that's awesome.
It is really good
and cute at the same
Bruce,
time.
We don't need the negativity, okay? That's a girl doing what she wanted to do and making it happen. There's not have to be memorization.
We know. I don't think there was memorization, but I think that she honestly, I don't know.
They might have rehearsed it. She might. I mean, obviously, dad's helped her.
But it's
dad's
a
listened.
Thing to see, you know what I mean? Like it's adorable.
It gives the girls the understanding that things are great.
It's adorable. It's really cute. So I'm not mad at it.
before we let you go, I know I haven't gotten to see you, Mo, but I've got your stash with me. Okay. I got your next stash of the Magic Mind. We've talked about it before. We got to talk about it again because
Yeah, let's talk about it because I need it. I'm like,
I
give me my
know you
stuff.
do. I think everybody needs it. Okay. So, all right, what's your problem? Are you having a hard time being productive? Are you having a hard time concentrating? Are you low on energy? Are you trying to cut coffee out? I don't drink much coffee unless it's like a work day, but I will tell you this, I am not very productive on certain days. Wednesdays, everything seems to hit me. I got to get ready for the show. I got to prep, discussion points. I got to prep, our videos or pictures.
Right.
I'm all over the place on top of
Yes,
having to
production.
work, on top
Yeah.
of dealing with whatever else. So I took a shot this morning and thank God, because I literally was making doctor's appointments. I was talking to my insurance. I was
busy and focused.
taking my packages from Amazon, unpacking them, getting them ready to be, installed. I'm doing all the things for the show. I'm sending back emails. I'm trying to, get things confirmed for us for next week for Super Bowl. It's like all these things are happening, but it wasn't worrisome. It wasn't bothering me.
Good.
It wasn't, I was just more focused. I was very productive. And my attention was, my attention was off the chain. Like I had no brain fog. I was motivated in getting these things done.
See,
So
I'm yawning. I need it.
You're like,
it's
I'm
not
done.
You, I'm
Yeah.
exhausted.
No, I get it.
I need my stuff.
Well, when we talked about it before, it was about to be in Sprouts. So if there's a Sprouts near you, you can get Magic Mind at Sprouts. You'll pay their retail price for a single shot, which, hey, take the single shot,
Right.
Try it out. But if you like it, because I know you will, you're going to want to go and get at least a box of them at a discounted price. You're going to want to get maybe even a subscription. There's things I have subscribed on Amazon. Maybe you want to get it. Maybe you want to get there. So you definitely want to go to magicmind.com /girl chat. You can do a code girl chat 20. This is going to give you automatically 20% off. If you do a subscription, it's giving you 56% off. We didn't talk about much is that there's all the ingredients there: organic matcha, turmeric,
I need my
echinacea, vitamin C, lion's mane mushroom.
I need my
all
stuff.
all of these
sluggish and crazy. I need my stuff.
I'm gonna get it to you tomorrow because I'm gonna have to probably drive past you to get to work at some point. So I'm getting it to you. It's gluten-free, keto-free, PBA free, vegan friendly, anything that you don't want, it's free of.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
It's necessary.
Absolutely necessary. Like I know if I'm gonna, I know that if I'm gonna struggle one day, like if I have a day coming up, I'm for sure taking that shot in the morning because it makes things just easy. And I can deal with it.
Exactly.
That's why I love it. I love it because today was intense and I handled everything I needed to handle. And there was no two buts about it. There was no like sitting down and taking a break. I was dedicated. It got done. It was easy. Like you don't think about it.
Right.
And you don't got that caffeine crash afterwards. So
it's even better.
It's the best part. That's the best part right there.
It is.
Yeah. So you do. So you guys, if you haven't, go to Sprouts, pick up one bottle and check it out. Cause it
is definitely consumable. It's not a bad taste. It has no aftertaste to it. It is actually really good.
Because y'all know me, I am pickier than picky.
And I always get squeamish on green stuff. Like I have to smell it, like tap it.
No.
But
I will say this, put it in the fridge, let it be cold.
Yep.
It's like an easy shot. It's almost like you're having some kind of like a refresher, like a refreshing little shot in the morning.
It's not wheatgrass. It's not that nasty stuff.
And you don't get that caffeine like jitter. You don't get the pre-workout jitter thing. You don't get you're not shaking. You're not like on 10 and like talking in a hyper speed. You really are just focused. You're stress-free. There's no brain fog. I don't know. I just can't. Anyway, that's it. Magic Mind. Make sure you guys check it out. You can go to Sprouts. You can see them. Try one. Just try one for us and let us know how you like it.
Because so good. I'm telling you, it worked.
That's all it is.
It
Hey,
does.
guys.
Like, I'm not even front. Like, it works. That's why I'm like, give me the stuff.
I know, I got it. I got your little bag. I'll bring it to you. So I got you. We appreciate everybody that's come on. We do again want to shout out our guests, of course,
Yes.
Lisa Levine,
amazing.
as well as Cynthia Zordich. You guys, those ladies are amazing, doing wonderful things. A woman in sports, doing things to give
Big
back to the
thing.
community, working with others. Just it's such an awesome thing.
Providing a
And
safe space for NFL wives and mothers, like all of that, because they have to be protected too, you know.
absolutely,
Tough
everybody
role for
should.
them as well. So it's just like
Absolutely.
fascinating and amazing and just phenomenal.
All of that and then some. Thank you, Mel. All right, y'all. That's the show for this week. We are going to be back next Wednesday at some point during the chaos of Super Bowl week. So just stay tuned as to exactly what day and time it will be, because we'll probably have some footage of different events that we're going to head out to. So we'll keep you posted. And make sure, tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at girlchatsports.com or at girlchatsports.com. No, there's not a website. Just go to YouTube.
Girl Chat
Go to
Sports, all one
YouTube.
word.
Hit up Girl Chat Sports, all one word. Subscribe, show us some love, and we
Yeah.
will see you next week. Okay?
Yes, we are out, you guys. Thanks for everyone joining the chat. Bruce, I'm gonna come looking for you. Root for these Chiefs like that. I can't. I
Yeah.
can't.
Sorry, down Niners. No.